I appreciate you so much, and I want to share a little bit about why your body feels in constant tension. My name is Dr. Jeanette DeWitt. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and a health esteem coach. I want to share with you why your body feels in constant tension. If you are the type of person who feels like they get tension built up into their shoulders, their neck feels tight and stiff, they're just constantly feeling like they need to loosen up, this video is absolutely for you. And I'm going to tell you that I battle this on a daily basis. I'm an active person. I lift weights, I do cardiovascular activity, I stretch, I do all the things, and I still have chronic muscle tension. But the number one thing that helps me is I know how to get it to go away. And that's what I want to show you today, is when your body feels like it's in constant tension, it's usually not a strength issue. It's usually not a flexibility issue. It probably isn't even a joint mobility issue. The root cause of why those three things make it seem like they should be the reason is because the real reason is that your body is not in symmetry. What do I mean by that? I mean that one side of your body, whether it's the front muscles and joints, or whether it's the back muscles and joints, or whether it's the one side versus the other side, something is not the same. Something is out of balance. Something is out of alignment. Something is out of symmetry. And when that happens, it's going to pull on muscles. Muscles are attached to bone. That can make joints tight and stiff or in a different position. And you can start to feel like your body is fighting itself. And that is where the tension comes from. Because if we are chronically in tension with ourselves, meaning this side is feeling one way and this side is feeling another way, we're not in alignment. We're not in agreement. So what can we do about this? If the root cause of muscle aches, muscle pain, joint achiness, stiffness, tension, feeling like I can't loosen up, what can I do about it? Well, first of all, you have to find out where the asymmetry is. Where are you out of balance? So one of the things that I do in my office or virtually with people when I have virtual appointments is I do a 42-point checklist. That means I am checking 42 areas, head to toe, on people to really hone down exactly what is going on. Now, a quick little thing that you can do right now is just do a few movements. Maybe take your arm up. Maybe take it across the body. Maybe, rotate this way, rotate that way, kick your leg out to the side. Does any of that feel different on one side of the body than the other? Is it harder to raise your arm up on this side compared to this side? Is it harder to reach down and touch your leg on one side or the other? Is it harder to go forward or backwards? These are all types of movements. I mean, you can test an endless number of movements. I streamline it down to 42, which may seem a lot for people, but it really only takes, anywhere from less than 5 minutes to less than 15 minutes to do. And that's just so I have a systematic approach to it. But you can check any movement, and if it feels different than the other side, you know that something's off. And if something is off, it means that it needs to be fixed. So if you are battling chronic tension, if you're chronically thinking or constantly thinking, man, I just can't loosen up. My body is stiff, it's achy, it's just not wanting to move the way I want it to move. Try moving around in different positions. And if it feels different on one side compared to the other, you probably have at least one asymmetry or one thing not in alignment, and you might have multiple ones. And I will tell you that one of the keys to the reasons that I've been a very successful physical therapist and now personal trainer, corrective exercise specialist, whatever name you want to put on it, one of the reasons I'm so successful with people within their first session, I'm very clear about that, is because we do this movement screen and I can take their symptoms down like that. Literally have watched people move from 70 out of 100 pain, with 100 being I went to the emergency room, 70 being definitely noticeable, like I can't walk right, I can't hold my arm right in the normal position, down to a 0 to a 10, like it's very, very mild, within 30 minutes. One of the reasons I've been so successful is because I figure out what's out of alignment. So whether you go to a physical therapist, whether you go to a chiropractor, all of that is good stuff. But if they aren't figuring out and solving the problem of where you're out of alignment, where you're not in symmetry, and if they're not teaching you how to fix yourself at home, then there's probably going to be chronic tension for you. Because I can fix somebody in my office, chiropractor, massage therapist, acupuncturist can fix somebody in their office, and what happens is you feel great when you leave, but then what? What happens in between sessions? And that is what I do differently now, is I teach people how to fix themselves through corrective movements. And when I say corrective movements, it's just movement that corrects the problem. It's not some fancy thing. It's just a real movement or movement pattern that is going to help somebody take something like, oh, I can't raise my arm more than this compared to this side, to, oh my gosh, I can move my arm the same as the other side. I've watched that happen. It's like the coolest thing. So if you are struggling with chronic tension, if you feel like your body is just super tight and can't seem to want to get it to get loose, just reach out to me. I'm happy to start a conversation. I will be upfront and honest with you and tell you if I think I can help you or if I think you need to go to a different specialist. But 9 times out of 10, I typically can help people feel better. When people ask me what I do, I say I'm a problem solver. I solve people's problems and I help them feel better. And that's what I want to do for you. Thanks a lot and have a great day.